Hello, darling. Yo. Let's move into the BookTube Newbie tag. My name is Emily, otherwise known as Richmond Reader, because, oh my gosh, clever, you live in Richmond. See, someone could literally make fun of anything you say. Anything I do on this channel, thinking I was so clever, and then I shared it to Facebook, and friends of mine that I'm friends with on Facebook look at it and be like, that is so embarrassing, why is she doing that? She's talking about books. Sorry? Don't watch the video then? No, I didn't really hear about this until people started reacting to it. Somebody attacked the BookTube community. Not really attacked, but more trivialized it, I guess. Made it seem less than what it really is. Someone who didn't understand, and probably someone who didn't enjoy reading as much as the rest of us. There's a Buddha quote, and he goes, "Holding on to anger is like holding on to a burning coal and expecting the other person to get burned." Buddha drops the mic, walks out. Let me throw some love at your shade, because I think the BookTube is beautiful. This person who wanted to run their mouth did not understand that you can simply adore other people for simple reasons like they love a book that I also love, and I love their personality and their jokes and their quirkiness, their humor. Coming from that perspective of I just really enjoy these people, I don't get it. Can I just mention that my favorite booktuber, Reagan from Peruse Project, she does not need fancy graphics. She does not need music in the background of all of her videos. She does not need to contour her cheekbones and zygomatic muscles, all that jazz. Did she just say a big word? I thought she was a stupid little girl who read YA novels. Well, we're not stupid. We are in fact a very intelligent community. I say we, but I'm actually fairly new. And why do I watch Reagan? Because she has quality things to say. She knows what she's talking about. She's talking about books. I like to talk about books. I like to listen to people talk about books. It's just what I like. So as stupid as that may sound to the outside observer, or this guy who decided to open his mouth, I don't like cars, but people rave about cars. They spend millions of dollars on fucking cars. I don't understand video games. Like, I don't even really like graphic novels, and that's a big thing here on BookTube, but do I go out of my way to voice my opinion because I'm so important and tell them my thoughts and feelings on graphic novels? That's how pathetic this whole situation is to me. One would argue that me making this video is me having an opinion, or me caring, or getting like riled up over some stupid person. I just like to make videos. Let's move on to the actual book tag. Hello everyone, my name is Emily, otherwise known as Richmond Reader, and welcome to my Halloween video. This is my Halloween costume. I am a voodoo doll, as the package said. Me and Douglas are actually getting ready right now to go to a Halloween party because his coworkers are basically my social life. There was recently, in the beginning of October, some BookTube drama, and here's how I'm going to respond to that. Ignore! Today I'm going to be doing the BookTube Newbie tag. This was the tag that this person used to make fun of the BookTube community and basically put us all in one demographic, saying that we are all 20-something-year-old girls who read only young adult and have lots of makeup on. Oh my god, I'm in the demographic. It's actually kind of coincidental that, you know, the BookTube community is like young 20-year-old girls. Like, do you know about JesseTheReader? Do you know about InsaneReader, Caleb? Do you know about Tiernan the BookTuber? You must not. I'm going to get into the BookTube Newbie tag because I myself am fairly new to this community. Question number one is, why did you start a BookTube channel? Oh my gosh, this is literally the third time I've tried to make a BookTube channel because each and every time I was like too insecure or embarrassed after posting a video. I made this channel because I love books. I love reading and I love talking about books, but I don't know anyone in actual real life time that loves books as much as I do, except Doug. Doug. Number two is a great question, actually. What are some fun and unique things that I will be bringing to BookTube? Well, have you seen my outfit? I like to consider myself having a personality and humor. I also kind of have the credentials of talking about books because I read books and I research books all the time. I am always researching new releases coming out on Goodreads, oh my gosh. So I will be bringing quirkiness and information, and hopefully entertainment, but again, we're talking about books, so it's more informative than an entertaining channel. Question number 3 is, what are you most excited for? I am so excited to film and edit and post all of the video ideas in my head and do so many tags, even though I'm very infrequently tagged in things as of late. Some of my favorite human beings on this planet are, readers and writers. I look up to them, I aspire to be them. So if I can get myself on this platform stage thing with them, I'm gonna try. Question number 4 is so dumb. Why do you love reading? Because it's amazing. I'm literally like obsessed with books sometimes. Why do I love reading? There's a quote, and I don't know who said it. I don't want to say it was Stephen King, but it might have been Mark Twain. I have no idea. Oh, I think Stephen King reworded it and said books are portable magic, but I think it was Mark Twain. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. Don't quote me on this quote. Books give us somewhere else to go when we have to stay where we are. If you have an imagination, you can go anywhere with books. I especially like books because of the learning aspect, and if I read a book that has words in it that I don't know, I will Google them. I will dictionary.com that shit. Be like, yes, I know what extemporaneous means now. I know what Mobius syndrome is. I know what defenestrate means. There's so many words that I learned, not in school, but by reading YA fiction. The imaginative portion of it and the learning portion of it. Reading just has all that I need. Fictional boyfriends too. Oh hey. Actually, Fifth Wave was just on. Evan Walker. Question number 5 is, what books got you into reading? Another quote is brought to mind. I'm kind of a quote person in this video. I think it's by J.K. Rowling, and it says, if you're not a reader, you just haven't found the right book yet. I actually want to make a full video on the books that got me into reading, because there are some books that I remember from certain grades. They were like the catalysts of making me a diehard reader, a diehard book collecting hoarder fan. My favorite book when I was little was The Wolf's Chicken Stew by I want to say that the author was Japanese or something. So then in 5th grade, my teacher had this small bookshelf of books that we could read in class, because we had that dear reading thing, the drop everything and read period of the class time. In Mrs. Bouchard's 5th grade class, she had a book called Dealing with Dragons. So Dealing with Dragons was this, oh my gosh, magical story about Cimarine. I remember her name was Cimarine, and there was a white horse, and there was a bird with 3 magical feathers, and I never finished this book. It took me years to even remember what it was called. This book, I want to say, was the catalyst book for me that made me a reader, and I was 10 years old. I do remember in 7th grade, I read Maybird. Maybird, oh my gosh, she falls into this pond and transports herself into this whole other world with her creepy looking cat. And then by 8th grade, I just remember 8th grade was the year that I was starting to read everything. Question number 6 is, what questions do you have for your favorite booktubers? I'm not gonna ask for advice, because I definitely want to make this channel my own and unique to my personality. But because I'm making this video right after the booktube community got this very ignorant insult thing that happened, I avoid drama like the plague. So I don't really have any specific questions to ask my favorite booktubers. However, in regards to the recent drama that I found out about totally by chance, I was not seeking it out, I would ask the male booktubers what they think about the recent stereotype that's been placed on this entire community. What do you think, Jesse? What do you think, Caleb? What do you think, Tiernan? And I know that there are more booktubers out there who are boys. Now, I take that back. You really shouldn't waste your time. There will always be bullies, because opinions will always differ. Question number 7 is, what are the hardest challenges in starting a channel? There's the obvious challenge of, having the lighting or the software or the quality content or whatever to actually make videos. The only thing I'm really worried about is not really anything. I'm just being my honest yet considerate self. I also haven't really received any harsh constructive criticism that I maybe didn't agree with or felt attacked by. So I'm sure that the challenges that I'm most worried about are people, I don't know, making fun of me. But then again, I don't care, so I'm doing what I love. If you don't like books, you don't have to watch my channel. You could be my best friend in the whole world, but if you're not a reader, which I don't know why my best friend would not be a reader, we are all different, so enough said. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? I am so thankful that my mom read to me when I was little. Because now I have this, oh my gosh, hobby doesn't even begin to describe. It's a passion. Aren't you being a little dramatic, Emily? Maybe. As soon as I learned how to read, I was reading with my mother's encouragement. You bet I read them Goosebumps. Question number 9 is pretty simple. Where do you like to read? Oh my heavens, it just started raining. You better not rain, I straighten my hair for this party. I read in mainly 2 different places. One, out in public in bookstore cafes. However, those places are usually kind of loud and I don't get much reading done. Effectively, I get the most reading done while sitting or laying in bed. Oh my gosh. The roof is leaking! Oh, that is so freaking weird. Oh, that is weird. Oh no! Dude, my books got wet. And the last question is question number 10, because any tag exceeding 10 questions is kind of excessive and superfluous. Oh my gosh. What are you, like, a young adult reader? Why, thank you, I am. Thank you for noticing. Question number 10 is, what books do you like to read? And this is my favorite question because I love telling people I'm a reader and they're like, yeah, I've read Stephen King. Yeah. I know about him. Contrary to popular belief, there's more than one author in the whole world. I will actually link a hilarious video in the description below. In this video, random people on the street are asked, can you name a book? The ex-librarian, just watch this video. It's kind of hilarious, but more like makes you want to cry inside. My favorite genre to read is contemporary YA, just like realistic, contemporary YA. I definitely like a good romance story, but it doesn't have to be heavy on romance. I actually read a lot of mental health books. I love amnesia books, I love mental health books, I love physical ailment books. There was this book that I read called My Life in Black and White by Natalie Friend or Natalie someone. It's one of those books that you hate because it's like the main character just wants to be popular and wants to be in high school and cool and pretty. But then she's in an accident that disfigures her face. So it starts out annoying because she like wants to be popular, but then her face gets disfigured and it's like an identity book. She has to figure out who she is again. She has to figure out who she really wants to be. I like the anonymous books like Go Ask Alice. I have Letting Anna Go. I have The Book of David I did not read yet. So it might seem like I like books with heavy topics. I do, and I don't take them lightly. I'd like to consider myself a compassionate person. And I always like to be aware of the possible struggles that people are going through. No, it's not my job in life to protect everyone. I don't have to say trigger warning if I'm gonna talk about a book about self-harm or suicide. But us compassionate people, and there's a lot of them in the BookTube community, we do that because we care. Alright guys, I have a Halloween party to get to. That is it for this book tag. I hope you enjoyed and I hope my makeup wasn't too scary. Is that eyeliner a little dramatic? Yes, it is dramatic. Was I going for that? Absolutely. I don't want to be that person that like tells you to like and subscribe and comment and everything. However, if you do feel so inclined, I would absolutely love it. So if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them down below as I would love to hear them. Douglas is ready for the Halloween party. Oh, that's actually really cool.